to the Roxamore Sports coverage of the 210 Speed and Agility 7-on-7 here at the Woodland Hills Wolvarena. We are in action right now between Monessen, they're in the gray, and Bishop Canevin, they're in the blue. I'm Maximilian Keeper, alongside with everybody's favorite guy, Mike Costa. Mike Costa, how you doing, man?
Aside from the smoke, I'm doing pretty well.
Yeah, that smoke is killer right now. They said we're actually in the red. I don't know if that's true
bad.
throughout the whole day, but I mean, if you're an athlete right now, that is something you need to watch out for. Oh, could have been something with that play. So right now the score is 0-0.
Yep, we did. Bishop Canevin did have one possession, did nothing with it, did not see how it ended. Unfortunately, our eyes were drawn somewhere else. So now it is second down and 20, ball at the 40 for the Monessen Greyhounds.
And today we're not working with a schedule, unfortunately, so your guess is as good as ours. We do see Still Valley, Shaw Valley, Monessen, Woodland Hills, and Bishop Canevin right now here on the field.
And Perry got their jerseys back from last week.
Oh, baby. Oh, yeah, no, that was a mess last week when they switched up their jerseys. But nonetheless, those are the schools that we have here, so we do believe the games will just be narrowed down to these schools. Potentially, we'll see another game here with Woodland Hills, but they tend to leave early, so not exactly sure. Woodland Hills might be playing here, so stay tuned with us if that is what you're here for. But again, Shaw Valley, Still Valley, Woodland Hills, Bishop Canevin, Monessen, and Perry are all here.
Yeah, I did spoke to Coach Tim Boster down on the field earlier today, and when I went to go get a schedule from him, he said, I don't have one. I'm waiting for it to download from my phone. And then I overheard him also say that South Allegheny dropped out today, mainly due to the weather, probably, as that pass is almost tipped, and it is intercepted by the Crusaders.
So that brings them up 3-0. Crusaders off to a good start. I saw what the quarterback was capable of. Really good on those deep throws. I mean, it was almost in, but they couldn't get their hands around the ball. But let's see what they got here at the 40-yard line for the offensive play.
And speaking of quarterbacks, again, don't have the roster in front of us, and we're making assumptions. Actually, if they brought somebody in, so that may change my entire train of thought. I'll tell you when I see who's under center. But for that first drive, again, if I'm not mistaken, it was Jason Cross under center. He was their starter last year. And yeah, he looks like he will be under center again. If that is not him, I apologize, because he's back to pass.
Let's see what we got. Oh, going deep. Straight hand. Pass is broken there. Beautifully so by Monessen. That could have really been something too also. Yeah, definitely an opening to the end zone.
You know, we've watched Monessen played Steel Valley before we came on the air here, and just casually watching number 4, the man in the red pants for the Greyhounds, made a ton of plays out there, and he's making plays early in this game.
Absolutely, yeah, it stands out like a sore thumb. Gotta love it, gotta love it. Right now, action in play, quarterback sends it over to his receiver, but no reception there.
And Max, if you notice, no, a lot of these players out there don't have the same haircuts. They are wearing the soft helmets today. Every team so far has worn them, which better safe than sorry. It's very good to see. We did remember that. D. Brown did mention that he ordered them from overseas, and thanks supply chain issues, but they're here now, so these players are safe.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, again, we saw some ugly collisions earlier throughout the 7-on-7, and yeah, it's definitely necessary. I mean, there's also just the habit of going in for the tackle, or sometimes the one-hand touch equaling the push, and yeah, you can't argue with velocity. When you bump into somebody, they're going to go flying sometimes. So it is good to be better safe than sorry.
And Max, you mentioned Woodland Hills might get a third game in. I don't believe so, because not only have Scoop Smith and Brandon Jones just pulled off impressive backflips, They all took their shirts off. So I think they're done for the day.
Mike, it's shorts for skins. Let's see what we got here. Oh, no reception.
No, so Bishop Canevin actually runs a 2-quarterback system. Saw it last year, and actually, Max, that may have been 4th down instead of 1st down. Yeah, that was actually 4th down. Apologies on my end.
So Monessen gets those 2 points in.
Yeah, it definitely looked like they got the 1st down on the 3rd down pass, but they ended up a little short. But back to my original point about Bishop Canevin, they run a 2-quarterback system. You know, we saw them here on Roxamore Sports Network last year where they played the eventual state champions Steel High Rollers up in Chambersburg. And first half, Jason Cross was under center. Second half, they put Cole Oshesky in. And everyone's like, well, what are they doing? I'm like, well, hold on. This is what they do. Because Jason Cross is more of the athletic. Quarterback is that athletic play there made by 22 of the Crusaders, knocking it away in Matumbo style, saying, nope, no, not today. But, yeah, Jason Cross is more of the athletic quarterback. Cole Oshesky is more of the pocket passer, so you utilize both of them, and they shifted Cross out the receiver, made a couple nice plays as a receiver, so...
Oh, superb. Yeah. Definitely could have a roster like that. Gets the ball moving. So let's see what we got here. Monessen now on the 40-yard line for the offensive play. Quarterback in action. He sends it over to receiver number 21. 21 is taken out past the 30-yard line. It gains Monessen very much needed ground here as they were just 1 point behind. Score stands 3-2. Bishop Canevin in the lead by 1. Monessen at the 30-yard line, ready for the offensive play. As they bring the pressure down onto Bishop Canevin. Also, we are not that far away from the championship coming up in just a few days. Saturday, to be exact, at 12 p.m. So be sure to tune in with us here on the Roxamore Sports Network. Not exactly sure what they're going to do about the weather. It is believed it's going to be a rainy and thunderous day, but they might make some adjustments here and there. Not exactly sure. But nonetheless, we are scheduled to be here at the Woodland Hills Wolvarena at 12 p.m. Saturday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Right now, Monessen at the 30-yard line with the action. Let's see what we got here. Quarterback looking where to send this ball at. He sends it deep off and into the end zone. Almost an interception there by Bishop Canevin, but that pass and that interception both incomplete. The turnover goes to Bishop Canevin. Putting them up 5-2. And for those of you wondering why, turnovers are worth 2 points. Interceptions worth 3 points. 7-on-7 rules. So Bishop Canevin now at the 40-yard line. They managed to put away the danger, at least thus far. Let's see what they got cooking up here in their kitchen. Quarterback running low on time. He sends it off to the nearest receiver. And he's gained them very much needed ground here. Oh, so I thought. Okay, let's see what we got. Looks like they hold the 40-yard line. My eyes must have been somewhere else. So Bishop Canevin is at the 40-yard line with the offensive play, putting on the pressure onto Monessen. Again, the score stands 5-2. Bishop Canevin in the lead here, and intercepted just like that by Monessen. Monessen now taking the 40-yard line here for themselves. Tying up the game, 5-5.
Yeah, Max, sorry about that. I've been trying to get a grooming appointment for my cat for the last month now, and they finally called me back. All right.
Now, what were you saying, Mike?
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I've been trying to get a grooming appointment for my incredibly large cat, and they finally got back to me after a month, so I definitely had to take that phone call there, so sorry about that.
All understood, man. All understood. I mean, the wait list sometimes it's like that. It makes you desperate. So I got you. Right now, Bishop Canevin is on the defense after losing the ball to an interception, sending to Monessen back at the 40-yard line here for the offensive play. Number 3 catches the ball there from Monessen, and he's gaining much needed ground here, and defense put him in the corner and took him out of the field.
Yeah, not much you can do. Try to put on shake and bake moves, but he did a good job there making one man miss about the 30.
Right.
Gaining about an extra 8 yards to bring up a 2nd down and 2.
Absolutely, yeah. Once you have that many guys on top of you, it's almost over. For some quarterbacks, not quarterbacks, but for some receivers, they can kind of just tank their way through it, but not always. At least not on the 7-on-7 where one-hand touch pretty much does it. Quarterback running low on time. He sends it straight, and that could have been something there, or could have at least got on the ground. But that pass is incomplete.
And we've seen that with both teams tonight. They've had men down on the field, and speaking of men, looking down to our left, Max, we see another team has shown up, and that is the Brashear Bulls.
All right. After Woodland Hills leaves, we get another team in. All right.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame if some of these schools were like, listen, these are young lungs at play here. You know, it's been, even looking out there right now, you may not be able to see it on camera, but it is hazy out there.
Right.
So saying like, let's still play, but let's try to keep our kids as safe as possible and not overexpose them. So,
Right.
And
Especially if you have allergies, asthma, what have you. Yeah, it could be something to watch out for. And they recommend if you feel really under the weather, for better lack of words, to call 911. But right now, it's just hazy. It's hazy. And it seems like the athletes are holding up well. Let's see what we got here. Monessen at the 20-yard line.
yeah, they moved it up to about the 17-yard line, and they're taking a plus. It's like, where's that young man going? Oh, he's going to grab the football. What a gentleman and a scholar.
Can't play the game without it. Let's see what we got here.
He gets so. I would go to him just for being so nice. I thought they were going to him, but they went to somebody else, and they get down right to the goal line. Now falling just short of the end zone, so at least 2 more chances to punch it in for the Greyhounds. Yeah, this is where you'd like to see maybe this one rule we did during Turkey Bowl 1 year. You were allowed to have 1 rush. That'd be nice if they could add that in just for a situation like this to try to get the points. But then again, it is the 7-on-7 passing league, and it doesn't matter because the touchdown is scored by the Greyhounds.
So we're looking at 11/5. "11/5 is now the name of the game, or is it? Still outside the end zone here.
It did count, Max. They're just took a little bit to back up if they were going to go for 1 or 2, but it looks like they're going to go for 2 here. Or, excuse me, go for 1. I'm already in regular season mode, seeing the offense out there after a touchdown.
And there we have it. They got their 1 point in, 12/5.
Looked like the same exact play. But hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yep. Right now they have a lead And so far, this game has just been mostly interceptions and turnovers. So that was actually the first touchdown we had thus far. Let's see what Bishop Canevin has cooking up in their kitchen. It's smelling good.
And going back to the hazy weather out there, it smelled like burnt hot dogs outside today.
Burnt hot dogs.
Yeah, so that's just the type of day it's been.
Yep, good old Canadian smoke. Let's see what we got here. Bishop Canevin in action. Quarterback looking where to send it. He sends it straight. 22 taken out by the defense, but he's gained much needed ground here for Bishop Canevin.
Yeah, getting down to the 19 for a beautiful gain of 21. And with Bishop Canevin last year, they're coming off a 12-2 record, going 7-0 in the Black Hills Conference, and their schedule looks like a sandwich. Loss in the first game to Steel High, and a loss in the championship game down at Acrisure Stadium, as that pass is wide open. Great response for the Crusaders, down 2. But back to the point, Bishop Canevin lost the Single A championship to Union. They got shut out 26-0. But in between those two losses were 12 wins, so definitely a lot to build on.
Right. And it looks like they're going in for that lead.
Now they're going to go for 2 to try to tie this bad boy up.
Let's see if they can do it. And I'll bet them 13/12 if they can. But in Bishop Canevin in the lead. All right, we're just about ready here for this play. Keep your eyes peeled. Let's see what we got. Quarterback in action. He sends it off and almost lost the ball there to an interception, but regardless, the pass is incomplete. So the score stands at 11 for Bishop Canevin, 12 for Monessen.
I understand what they're trying to do to create some more space and cut off half the field for the quarterback, but if you're going to eventually just throw back against the way you ran, I understand in the play call and everything, but why not just keep him in the pocket there to try to get the extra 2 points? But then again, maybe the first read was something in the corner that we couldn't see from up here. So
Right. That would be great.
Something I do notice in the corner is the one pylon in the back right of the end zone is currently leaning Michael Jackson style right now.
Yeah, it'd be great if we could get some microphones up on the athletes here, hear what the plays are sometimes. But
that'd be fun,
yeah.
but thank God there's a delay. And that's one way to end the game. So your final score from George A. Novak Field: the Monessen Greyhounds 13, Bishop Canevin Crusaders 11.
Mike, what happened to the time, man? That game went by so fast. All right, well, how about that? Monessen won this game by 1 point. Not too shabby. Well done, Monessen, well done. And, of course, we have the finals coming up, knockouts and finals coming up Saturday at 12 p.m.
And we will be here, and some of the stars on the field, you'll get to hear their own words about what they think of this 7-on-7 passing league, their thoughts on the upcoming season, and just the overall experience in general.
Absolutely.
We're really looking forward to it.
And again, that is 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we're going to head off into the next game here. We'll see who that is right now. Looks like, is that Johnstown I'm looking at right now?
That is Johnstown.
Okay.
I was just going to say, more teams are starting to show up, so maybe our theory about trying to keep them out of the haze for as long as they can. It looks like Johnstown might be coming in ready to go right away.
All right. Okay. So my grandmother, she passed away just Monday at 3 a.m. Lovely lady. Had many grandkids, and she will be deeply missed. Yeah, I will definitely always remember all the things she told me, and she raised me to be a great guy. I mean, she was a second mother to me, so I lived with her for a few years when I moved here to Pittsburgh. So just would like to give a moment of silence here for my grandmother, Julianne Hasselwig. All right. Thank you guys so much.
Max, and of course, everyone here at the Roxamore Sports Network sends their condolences to you.
Thank you, Mike.
You're welcome.
All right, so we're heading off into our next game, Johnstown versus looks like Steel Valley here.
Yes, it will be Johnstown and Steel Valley. We see the two captains going over the coin toss right now, and we'll return with that action shortly right here on the Roxamore Sports Network.